Okay, so hi everyone. Thank you for attending this session. So today we're going to be talking about how to unleash your next level career. So we are Career Springboard. So we're going to be looking at ways in which we can empower professionals to present their best selves and achieve their career ambitions. So whether you're looking at changing career or starting a new career, within digital, within tech, we are sort of going to, look at how ways in which can help you to achieve that. So my name is Olin, and I'm the one that's running this session today. If you have any questions as we go through, just type them into the chat box, and we'll be able to look at those as we go through. Okay. So the purpose of this webinar, as I stated earlier, is to provide strategies and insights to springboard your career. So to put a spring into your career and how you can elevate your career opportunities and, within the marketplace. Now, the journey to your next level. So we are looking at, embracing the possibility, that belief that you can advance your career and that advancing your career is something that is achievable and it's attainable. We are looking at, how you can commit to your growth within the career that you are in. So acknowledge that there is a need of personal and professional development as you are working on your current job or as you're looking to take your career to a new level. So what are the keys for you to be able to take your career to the new level? I think self-awareness is one of those key things that you need to have. You need to be able to identify your strengths and your passions. What are your values that can enable you to move to that new level or move your career to the next level? So it's not about the goal, but it's about growing to become that person that can achieve that goal. So sometimes, you can set a goal that I want to have a career that will pay me 60,000 a month, but, you set that as your goal, and then you have to grow to become the person that can actually accomplish that goal. So it's good to have goals and it's good to set goals because they draw us up. They help us to push ourselves forward. Because if you don't have a goal to grow or a goal to earn more or to become more, then that you don't have that pulling force, something that is pulling you, something that is pushing you to enhance yourself so that you can actually achieve greater things within your career. So it's not just about the goal itself, it's also about you. How do you become the person that will be worth the value that you want to earn? How do you become that person that can achieve those things that you wish to achieve with your life? So you need to do a self-reflection exercise. So by self-reflection, we are saying you need to identify why you are at the level you are. Now, for some of us, we are in our 40s now. You're sort of looking at how did I end up where I am? There are some beliefs that I've had about myself that have resulted in me being in this state. So we need to identify those beliefs. And some of those beliefs are the things that are limiting us from the greatness that we, that we long for, that we want to pursue. There are limiting beliefs. There are things there that we need to identify and actually look at reframing those things so that they don't limit us anymore as we go forward. So you need to write down the negative thoughts that you have about changing your career. Some people, they might have tried it at one point and it didn't work. So that is now stayed in your mind that, oh, it didn't work. Or you heard someone say something and you believed what they said. and you thought, maybe this will never work. So you need to actually identify those limiting beliefs and, organize like look at what's the origin of these things. Where am I getting all these beliefs? Is it something that I've heard over time that I've actually believed to be true? So consider where those beliefs come from, your past experiences, your societal expectations, your fear of the unknown. We are all afraid of the unknown sometimes. And it's kind of like, how do we manage those things? How do we feel the fear and still do it anyway? So the next thing, after you've identified those beliefs that you might hold about yourself, that you might, that might have been limiting you from years and years now, you need to challenge those beliefs. So seek evidence against those beliefs. Reflect on times when you successfully learned something new or adapted to change. I think for most of us that sort of came from Africa, we sort of came to a different place. We came to a different country. And we've managed to survive in a different country. So we can change, that's for sure. That's tip number one. So the fear of like change, we can adapt to change. We have adapted to change. You do one job and you move from that, you do another one. So you are actually able to adapt to change. So you can change your career because you have evidence that in the past you have adapted to change. You've moved house and moved to start living elsewhere, and you did all right. So you can adapt. So that's something that you can use against that belief of like, ooh, I can't manage change, or change will not work for me. So question the validity of that limiting belief. Ask yourself if these beliefs are facts or they're just perceptions. And a lot of times we find that most of these beliefs that we have about starting a new job, about how scary it is, they're just perceptions. They're not really facts. So you need to then reframe your beliefs. So create empowering statements that can really empower yourself. So replace each limiting belief with a positive affirmation. So replace it. You need to replace that belief that I can't change. Replace it with something else. Because I have a friend that says, "Oh, that's how I've always been." Well, you changed the jobs, you're doing something else, so that's not how you've always been. You can change, you can adapt, you did it before. So why can't you do it in this area of your life? So you need to change, have empowering statements, replace those limiting beliefs with a positive affirmation. Use present tense. Phrase your empowering beliefs as if they are, as they are really true. So you are really saying, I am good at this. I'm good at changing. I've changed a lot. I started out as a teacher and I moved into project management. I moved to business analysis. I moved to user research. I can do this. Change, frame it in the present so that it's powerful. I am great. I am good. I have achieved this result. Whatever they bring to me, I can accomplish it. I've done it before. So we need to have those things kind of helping us to face new challenges. You go to work, they give you a new assignment, just go like, well, I did an assignment at this place, I did one there, I did here, and I've done great. I've received all these positive comments. Sometimes I used to write down my positive comments, when I get commended for things. So that the day that I'm scared about to do a presentation, I look at it, I go like, wow, I got all these, these positive things said last time. I'm going to exceed this. I've got this. And you go for it. So sometimes it's not about just changing careers alone. I think some of these things are things that we can use even day to day. You are asked to do something, it feels overwhelming, it feels too big. But if you have all these statements that you can tell yourself to say, no, I am great. I'm a good presenter. I've presented at big stages. I've presented to 1,000 people. I've done this, have those things, something that will remind you of those things. I used to do post-its when I'm about to go into an interview. I got post-it, man. I'm reminding myself of how good I am. I've managed to get a job with Department for Education. I've worked for DWP. I've worked for DEFRA. I'm good, and really encourage yourself and go for the things that you want to go for in life. Don't let any beliefs limit you from what you could become and stop you from achieving your best. So empower yourself by using these phrases, these affirmations. So daily affirmations are really good. So repeat empowering beliefs daily to reinforce them. You look at yourself in the mirror and go like, hey, I'm good. When you dress up, I'm really looking sharp. You'll be surprised at how you feel when you look at yourself in the mirror. If you go into, like me, I go into stand up in the morning, and sometimes I turn on my camera, you sort of hear what you saw, what you say to yourself in the mirror. You hear people saying that, oh, you're looking good today, but they don't know I was standing in the mirror and going like, I might be wearing my pajama bottoms, but here I'm looking great, all that kind of stuff. You're really reinforcing that positivity to yourself. So imagine yourself succeeding in your new career to strengthen your belief. So imagine yourself, some of the things you learned over there, use those things to really frame this new, present yourself in that state. People will sort of reflect back how you feel about yourself. So imagine yourself succeeding in this new career. Have that confidence. Okay, so you need to seek support and seek inspiration. So mentorship is one good thing that can really help you. So connect with the individuals who have, successfully made career changes, So you need to be talking to other people, network with other people, and that will really help you. Because when you're talking to people and you're seeing, wow, this person can do it, I can do it too. And I think that worked for me really well as well in the past, where I was kind of looking at, I was joining a lot of networking meetings. And in some of the networking meetings I was joining, I was hearing some of the people that were talking about going for interviews, and these people were getting the jobs that they were going for interviews for. And I'm thinking, wow, if he can get it, I definitely can. So really networking, mentorship, talking to people that have done the change that you want to do is always important, an important step that will help you to get to that career you want to achieve. So join groups, forums of like-minded people. And, I think a while back now, I joined the group that helped me when I was kind of like trying to transition into business analysis. I think that was like about 20, I can't remember what year it was now when I was in that group. It's sort of nearly 10 years ago now. But when I joined them, I was filled with that sense of wanting to give back and just to thank some of the guys. I think two of the guys were still there. I wanted to just thank them for the confidence that they gave me when I used to join their group. So they used to sort of do a mastermind on a Thursday, and I don't know, when you change phones and then you suddenly see this group, and I'm like, and they're still running it. So that was quite impressive, but it really helped me. It gave me confidence because I could hear some people that were really struggling, even with language, but they were getting these jobs. And I'm like, I can do it too. So really, it does help if you want to move up with your career. Join these groups, join like-minded people. That will really encourage you. Talk to people that have achieved that success that you want to achieve for yourself too. Okay, so lately, I think about a week ago, we had some training at work, and it was about how we project ourselves and how to have confidence in ourselves. And I think this poem, I found it to be so powerful. And I think it's something that me myself, I'm going to frame it somewhere and be saying it as kind of like, kind of like something to inspire you, to motivate you. And, you read it with confidence and read it until your mind starts to believe it as well. So I'm going to, if you're in a environment where you can, I want us to read it together. And I want you to sort of read it and really saying those words to yourself. So our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. And it's, for me, it's kind of like repeating some of these words that, our deepest fear is we are not inadequate, but we are actually powerful beyond measure. We have all these skills. We have all these learned experiences that we have acquired throughout our lives that we can use in these new careers. We can use to elevate ourselves in the careers that we are. We are powerful beyond measure. And we need to tell that to ourselves. We need to believe it about ourselves, that it is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. That I am brilliant. I am gorgeous. I'm talented. I'm fabulous. Really saying that to yourself, to your subconscious self, that I am brilliant. I am good at this. When you're about to enter that huge presentation, or you're about to go into that interview, say it, I am brilliant. I'm gorgeous. I'm talented. I'm fabulous. And they're going to see it too. Having that belief in ourselves, that confidence, we need to, it helps us to project and actually showcase the skills that we have. We have a lot of skills. We have a lot of learned knowledge. Who are we not to be brilliant? Who are we not to earn that money? Who are we not to have that successful career? Who am I not to? I'm fabulous enough. I'm talented enough. I have the skills that they need. They need me. When you're going into that meeting, don't go thinking, oh my God, what if I say that? No, they need you. You are there for a reason. You're delivering difference, So it's about really taking away all those insecurities. And I like the bit where it sort of says, our playing small doesn't save the world. And sometimes we think it's the right way to be, I'll be humble enough. But really, it doesn't save the world for you to play small. You owe it to your family to earn more. You owe it to your kids. You owe it to your siblings to earn more, to be more, to become what God created you to be. You owe it to yourself, so you can be proud of yourself, and you can achieve those things that you have always wanted to achieve. You can help the community. If you are shrinking, if you are the shrinking violet, you're not helping anyone. So how can you embrace the opportunities that are available here so that you are not a shrinking violet, so that you can help the community? You can't shrink to help the community. You can't play small. If you're playing small, you're not serving the world. So, we need to sort of draw the balance between being confident and actually going out and grabbing the opportunities, and, putting a line in the sand between that and actually just trying, let me be small, let me be content. Why should we be content with the small when we can have more? And like what my mom used to say to me growing up, only they don't have two heads, the ones that are getting to the top of the class. you can do it too. Okay, so the power of mindset. So we need to realize that for us to be able to be successful in our careers or successful in changing career, we need to have, we need to believe in ourselves. We need to believe in transformation and actually change our mindset using all these different techniques, reframing it. We're going to look at some of those limiting beliefs and look at how do you reframe them so that you you can change your mindset towards the success that you want to achieve. So you need to be able to identify your transferable skills. I think one of the key things that a lot of people say, oh, what if I don't have the skills? Trust me, if you've worked in any organization, your job might be called something else, but most of the skills that are required for the higher paying jobs, you already have those skills. So you need to identify those skills from your current and your past roles, and and see how they are applicable and desired for, sought after in the field that you want to go to. So you need to value the value of your experience. Understand that your unique journey contributes to a rich professional profile. So you need to build your professional profile, that your experience in logistics could actually be required in the role that you are seeking for, or in the role that you want to do. All these experiences. And I think one of the things that I still remember from before was a lot of people kind of going like, "Oh, I have African experience. My experience is from Africa." Nobody asked you from, we are the ones that actually frame those things and say, "Oh, I was managing projects, but it was in Africa though." No, nobody asked you where. You have those skills, and all you're projecting is, yeah, I have this skill, I can do this, I've worked in a bank, I used to do this, and this is the change I brought, these are the ideas I brought forward, and this is how they benefited the organization. Who cares whether the organization was in Africa, was in America, or it doesn't matter. All you're actually saying is, I have this skill, I've done this in the past. You are really showcasing your previous experience and stuff. It's nothing to do with whether it was under the bridge or over the bridge. Nobody's asking you that. You are really kind of just showcasing your experience and what you have done. So let's value our experience, that this unique journey that has taken me doing this, doing that, is really important. That journey is what enriches our professional profile. So we need to embrace lifelong learning and adopt the perspective that learning doesn't stop. New skills can be acquired at any stage. So, we need to be constantly gaining new skills. And, towards the end of this presentation, I'll be talking about how you can sort of gain new skills. There are different ways in which you can gain new skills that can help you towards getting into different jobs and different roles that will be able to pay you maybe much more than what you are currently earning. So we need to view this about the risks as opportunity. So view risks as chances to grow than obstacles. So really there's the risk of like, ooh, everybody's like, AI is gonna take our jobs. But I'm looking at that risk head on, man. I'm like, how do I use AI to 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 elevate my job? How do I use AI to make my presentations better? And I've been using AI to do analysis. Man, it's quite good. You just have to know what prompts to put in. So all those things, look at the risk, look at it as an opportunity. Don't be scared that they can just say, give the chat GPT to do the business plan now. No, but there is your involvement in it. You can actually effectively use it to elevate yourself as well. So look at risks as opportunity. So it's about reframing how we see things. Now, we were talking about careers and elevating yourself. And I came across this concept a while back now, which is about the value we bring to the marketplace. Like, how do we get paid in the marketplace? We get paid based on the value. If I sort of tell you like part of my story, as to how I've kind of like changed from career to career, in the course of my life's journey. When I first came into the UK, I was working in the factories, making some boxes. At the time, I think the minimum wage was around £3. I think I was earning £3.50 an hour, for the whole day where you're doing about 10-hour shifts, you're earning about £35. And when you look at the value I was bringing, I was only bringing not much value. I was making the boxes that they were then putting the wines, and the wines were being shipped up to sell. So I was bringing a small value, and I was getting paid based on the value I was bringing. Now, when I started bringing in more value, and at the time my more value was, working in care, in hospitals and all that kind of stuff, my rate kind of increased. I think I started getting paid about £6 or something like that an hour, because, of the value that I was bringing. So the more value you can bring into the marketplace, the more money you can earn. So you're not really being paid for the hour, because if we're being paid for the hour, then everyone's hour is got 60 seconds, 60 minutes. So then how does someone deliver a speech and get paid $500,000 for delivering a speech to corporates? Maybe for an hour speech, they get paid $1 million. It's still the same hour. Someone goes and works in a different job using different skills, and they get paid for that value. So we need to sort of separate the idea of like, if I do so many hours, I'll earn more. No, if you actually bring in more value into that hour, and you actually bring in value in the areas where they are looking for that value, then you don't need to do as many hours then, because your value is higher. So we need to understand that income is tied to the value that we provide, not the number of hours we work. So value creation, so you need to focus on the skills and the services that meet the market needs. If you go as a developer now, there are so many developing languages. But if you actually learn the ones that they're looking for in the marketplace, then you're going to be earning high, because it's a skill that's on demand. So really, the way that we help you as an organization, Career Springboard, and we have some other trainings as well. We are actually trying to help you to have those skills and be able to deliver those services that the market needs. And actually, if you deliver what the market needs, your value goes up. In the UK, it's not about the degrees and all those things. It's good to have, but it's about having those professional courses, having those skills that are required, that are actually on demand in the market. So you look at what are they paying for in the market, what pays what I want to earn in the market, and then go after those skills, because that will help you to elevate your career. That will help you to earn more, because you have developed the skills that they are requiring at that time. So you are really moving with the times. So continuous improvement, so invest in learning and skill development. So if you want to earn more, if you want to unleash your career, you need to invest in learning and skill development. I was at a training yesterday, and they were talking about, I think there's a saying that says, the only way I've seen further is by standing on the shoulders of those that have gone ahead. So really, you can leverage the people that have done this. You can leverage other people to see further, to get to where we go to much quicker. You should be able to do greater things than, than the trainers really, or the people, because you are leveraging on their knowledge. You are leveraging on them. You can still do these things by maybe going on YouTube and watching so many different things, but that's a long route, and it's a possible route. You can read books. I remember the days when I did business analysis, and some people were sort of reading all these textbooks and everything else. But it's great. You can actually get there that way, but it will take you long. So really, the courses and the things that are, mentorships, they will actually help you identify those areas where people are required. And also you can leverage the people that have actually got jobs in that area, because they know how to get there because they're there, type thing. So you need to invest in your learning and really develop your skills, and also know what's in the market and what's required at the time. So I just did a snapshot of one of the tools that I use to look at the market. So you need to look at the market, look at your skills and, what you want to develop in the market. What are they paying for those skills? So you can sort of see this. It was something that I think I did this on Friday. And if you look at it, it kind of gives you as well how many jobs are live in that area, because this will help you as well when you're looking at which areas to go into. You sort of want to say, well, okay, so they're saying here, these are the median salaries. So the salaries could be higher than this, but this is sort of like the middle of the range. So if you've got business project, if you're a business project manager, you're sort of looking at about 52,000. And at the moment, as we are looking at it, this is sort of the number of live jobs that are available at the moment. And it kind of gives you here whether, there's year on year, is there, how much change is there within that career. And, if you look at user research here, you can see that the median salary is about 55. And if you look here, there are about 70 roles in the market. Business analyst, there are about 416 jobs in the market. Project manager, there about 439. So you can sort of see which areas they are looking for people, and what are the, how much are they valuing that job. And these things can help you to then focus on what careers you want to go into. I haven't included some careers here, but there are quite a lot of careers, and most of the ones that we're offering you are the ones that can actually elevate your value in the marketplace. So here, if you are looking at contracting, you can sort of see here, you've got user research. You're looking at about £500 a day. And if you sort of look, there are about 70 live jobs, which is quite healthy. If you're looking to do, if you're looking for user research roles, you can sort of see here, I think that's a drop of 86 from previous years. So which means previous years, there's been more demand, So you can sort of see here, project management, it has increased the number of people that they're looking for here, and you can see the salary ranges as well. And you can do this by areas, so this is the research that you're doing before embarking on any training, so that you're actually then going to train in areas where they are looking for people. So it's not about just do this training and do this, but it's kind of looking at, okay, are they looking for people in those areas, so that when I upskill myself, I know for sure I'm going to get a job with it. So you can see I'm just putting here like a contrast. So these are some of the areas that I've worked in the past. So you can see if I was to look for care assistant here, you can see the the value that I bring as a care assistant, I'm getting between $12.40 to $13.60 an hour. But if I'm sort of like a science teacher, which I used to be, the day rates are sort of $157 to $185 a day. If I'm full-time, Monday to Friday. When I worked in the factories, you can sort of see the factories are about £11.60 an hour. As a business analyst, is about $4.50 a day. So you can see that, it's about the value you are bringing. If you focus on getting the skills for something that, that brings low value, then it means that, you have to really work a lot more to get the same as what someone would get with higher skills. So it's about the value you are bringing, the skills you are bringing into the marketplace. There is demand for all these different things, but really, what are the essential skills that will actually elevate your earnings and elevate, your life, really? Because if you're earning more, then you don't need to work as many hours. Then you can have time with family. Then you can do the things you want to do. You can buy your house that you want to buy. You can drive that car that you want to drive. So you need to enhance your value through skill development, through education and training, through experience building, seeking opportunities that can expand your expertise. So you need to take massive action. So it's not about just hearing about these things. It's about what do you do next. So you need to have your goals, set your goal. I want to be able to earn 50,000 a year. I want to be earning £400 a day. You have that goal. How do I get to it? What skills do I need? Which areas do I need to go into to earn at that level? You need to have your action plan. So where you break your goals into steps and milestones. So really, people that are kind of looking at starting new careers in January with the new year, you need to start your training now, because it gives you November and December to do all the learning, to look at the practical experience, and be able to now interview as we go into the new year. So really, this is the best time as any for you to actually start and, have your milestones to say, I want to be ready by 2025. I want to be ready by this time, and actually work towards it, So we need to be consistent and taking decisive actions. So Tony Robbins emphasizes, about being consistent, and you need to be making decisive actions. It's not like, maybe I'll think about it. That doesn't move the needle. You need to do something decisive, move forward. I'm going to invest this in myself so that I can be in a position to earn this amount. So you need to overcome obstacles that may come in your way. So develop the ability to bounce from setbacks. So there will be setbacks. I'm not saying this will be a smooth journey. It wasn't a smooth journey for me. It wasn't, there were bumps in the way, but I was determined. I knew what I wanted to achieve. I'd had it, way back, and I was really aspiring to it, because the guy that first trained us on project management was on £500 a day, and I wanted to get there. He gave me a number. I put it in my head. It was now about, how do I get there? How do I, so yeah, you need to be resilient to get to where you want to go. So problem solving skills, approach challenges with creativity and resourcefulness. And I think the word resourcefulness is really important, because you need to go after it. You need to look at getting a mentor. You need to look at, getting the right training, getting the work experience that you need. And that will, you need to be resourceful. Your contacts, people who is doing this, who is doing that, network, be resourceful. So you need support systems, which is part of what we are offering, to say we can support you once you get into the new job. We can support you to keep that job. I was talking to someone yesterday about the new user researchers that started with us on the 2nd of September. About 4 have gone. But if they actually had support networks, people, they would have had someone that would have helped them to get there. But because they didn't have those support networks, when there were challenges, when they were being challenged about the research methods that they were going to use. They would have had someone to fall back to and some support, but because they didn't have that support, I think four people so far have left. There are two more that I was, that they were talking to me about. And you sort of see that, if they had that support, they would have been able to keep their job. So support systems are always important. Time management and productivity. So you need to, once you have decided that you want to go after changing your career, or you want to go after that career that will earn you more money, you need to sort of prioritize the tasks or break your goal into small chunks and really prioritize the things that you need to do to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. You need to eliminate distractions, distractions like the TV. I think someone called it something else yesterday, and I found it inspiring that sometimes if you add up the amount of time you're spending in front of a TV, and that's not really achieving much for you, but you're spending that much time on the, looking at a TV screen, it's really important to kind of like, maybe have something to sort of look at. How much time am I spending doing this? And is it actually helping me towards the goal that I'm reaching for? So you need to set milestones. You need to reflect and adjust. Some things work, some things don't work. We always need to have that reflective mindset of, I've been doing this for so long. Is it working? Is it not working? Is it a new skill that I need to develop? Is there something else that could work? So we need to have that reflecting and adjusting mentality as well. We need to celebrate achievements, because sometimes I think what discourages people once they start on a journey is that they are, if you make the milestones too large, then you can't see you can't see your movement in it. So we need to sort of like, celebrate those achievements and actually be able to see those things, to say that, yes, I'm getting there because I started here and this is where I am now. Okay. So many people in life do not lack the ability or the brains or even courage, but simply because they've never organized their energies around a goal. So we need to just, organize our energy around that goal. If you want to change from being a PM to a BA, or you want to change to another role, or you've looked at the market and seen, well, they want this skill more, how do I develop it? It's about focusing our energies on that goal for us to be able to achieve it. So action steps, so, you need to be doing like self-reflection activities. We spoke earlier about limiting beliefs, and I just thought maybe we can talk about some of those limiting beliefs and say, look at, where do they come from? How can I actually change some of these limiting beliefs, maybe that have kept me in the same place, or that have not allowed me to move to where I want to be? So I think I mentioned earlier about writing those thoughts down and looking at, where do they come from? I've kind of put a few of them here. You need to challenge them, like I said earlier. So one of the limiting beliefs here I put down is, I'm too old to start a new career. Well, that's not really a thing, because there are lots of people. Vera Wang started to be a fashion designer at 40, but we all know about her. We have known about the success that she have achieved. She started at 40. So you can start at any age. KFC, we have all eaten KFC, I'm pretty sure. And, the guy started at 65, and look at the success of KFC. So you actually, if you're older, you are coming with a vast amount of experience. So value that. With age comes experience and wisdom and a wealth of transferable skills that are highly valued in many industries. So really don't see age as a limiting factor. It's actually good that you're older, because you are coming with that wisdom. The modern workforce values continuous learning and adaptability, regardless of age. So age should never be a limiting belief. because people started at 65, and none of us on this call are 65. So you can start. Another limiting belief is that employers won't value past experience. That one is not true in any sense. Employers actually appreciate your diversity and, a wide range of experiences that you can contribute to innovative solutions. So you can actually contribute to innovative solutions because half the time we know the as is, right? We know what's there right now. Where's the younger people coming from? University might actually not know some of the things that we know that can add value to these jobs that we are doing. So many skills that we have are transferable and they can be applied in different contexts. So really, your unique background will actually make you a very good fit and really bring diversity to that organization. So you need to reframe that belief and, kind of say to myself, my unique experiences, they enrich me and my contributions and are highly valuable to employers. So that's what we need to constantly be telling ourselves that, yeah, my background, it offers unique insights that benefit my role. Employers value my diverse skills. I bring, and the perspectives I bring. And I confidently showcase my experience as a strength. So we need to showcase our experience as a strength. Really having those affirmations, saying them daily to ourselves, sometimes to build that confidence. So we need to reframe empowering beliefs. We need to reframe these negative beliefs that we might have. So really kind of saying, this is what I bring. I bring something different to this organization. I've got the skills from everywhere I've been that can actually enhance what I bring to this job. So how can we support you as Career Springboard in terms of your journey to your career change or your journey to finding a new job? Well, we have quite a lot of different skills that we offer. So we help individuals with career coaching. So we do career coaching, which is £60 an hour, which you can book for, where you can have one-to-one sessions focusing on your career goals, your challenges, and actually coming up with an action plan of what you can do. We have like a standard CV package review where we can review your CV and help you to look at the market as it stands now and your CV and see whether there are any skills gap or whether there's a way that we can enhance your CV. We have the executive CV review package. So this is like, for people that maybe you have been in contracts, but at the moment your CV might not be bringing any new roles or, you're not getting many interviews. So we can help you, looking at how you can achieve at that point, how you can strategize your CV to get those roles. We also offer an initial consultation with the standard CV preparation package. We offer some initial consultation, preparation of materials and actually reviewing your CVs and sending them back to you and making sure that we support you while, to get those interviews and to get that job. So we are also starting a course from the 14th of October for people that want to go into user research. We've got a course starting up on the 14th. We also have some other courses which I haven't sort of put into the slides today. So we have some courses on other things, like I think there are some data engineering courses as well, some cybersecurity courses. So there is a wide breadth of courses available that you can leverage to change your career and to enhance your career and earn more money within the industry. I will put the link for you to join our WhatsApp group, where you'll be able to then get more information as as the courses that we've got come up, you'll be able to sort of, you know, hear information about the different skills and the different ways that we can help you, and you can get links to book some of the courses that we mentioned today within that group. So I'm going to quickly share the link to the WhatsApp group, and I will, let me see if I will sort of stop the recording. And if anyone wants to ask any questions, that will be, you know, you can simply either put your hand up or unmute yourself if you've got any questions that you need to ask.